Madagascar is one of the places in the kayaking world where you can go everywhere else, but it will remain on your mind. Whether from stories or those that grew up watching films like Africa Revolution's Tour, it was a place we knew we would end up eventually. Its 226,000 miles of green landscape has almost every type of whitewater you could ask for. This crew had been all over Africa together, but now is finally time to see what this island has to offer. Beginning with a few of the classic sections like the Mazi River and the Young Gun section of the Ikopa, it was just a taste of what's in store. The boys decided for the first overnighter of the trip to head into the 220-kilometer section of the Ikopa, ending in the town of Antananarivo, the beginning of the classic Young Gun section. With mixed data on what pieces of the Ikopa hadn't been done, either way, the boys were ready for an adventure.
In the midst of packing up and putting on.
We're about to get on for our first multi-day. Should take us somewhere between 5 and 7 days out there. It's definitely not a short overnighter. 14 adventure meals.
Starting at like nearly 1200 meters of elevation, dropping down all the way to like 100. So temperature will also increase whilst we travel down. Looking at the forecast at the takeout, it's currently 36 degrees a day, 28 at night. So we're kind of packing for many different occasions. Stoked to drop in there with the boys. Let's find out how heavy this boat really is.
Oh yeah!
Oh my good lord! Alright bro, see you in a week. A great introduction to loaded kayaks. 15-ish kilograms of gear in there. It's definitely very different.
David's committed to trying to find a good campsite here. David!
Alright, Kalob missed the Eddie. He's down there. We're not gonna sleep there. Move over there, check out camp. But I'm telling you, if that camp is not as nice as this one, I will move back here.
Oh yeah, it looked worse from right there. That's what I was like.
This is new home. Gonna set up tents now, make some dinner.
It's gonna be a fun week.
Crocodile? He's saying it's a crocodile here.
I'll pull up Google Translate.
These fine gentlemen behind me pulled up, warning us that there's a massive crocodile. But we were living off the information that there is no crocodiles this high up altitude. Apparently we were wrong. It's 5 meters tall. Wow.
We would not know that there is a crocodile, so...
I had the same thought. I was like, ignorance really is bliss.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir, yeah. I loved it.
Can we keep the dog for protection?
I know. What do I always say? I want to only go to the rivers that don't have wildlife.
That's 1 point for my camp. That's a massive negative for your camp.
Yeah, because the marsh says no crocodiles here.
No, that were birds flying.
Yeah, but birds and crocodiles are friends.
Yeah, they sit on there.
We're having some issues with the stove, but our Czech multi-tool David Sodomka is on it.
Whoa.
This is gonna.
We are boiling water.
We are boiling water. We have a stove.
Don't want to jinx it for now, but it seems like Davichi managed to get our stove working again, which would be huge. Hot coffee, breakfast, and this for our location. Pretty damn good start to the day.
Time to go paddling.
Pushing off for 8 AM departure. Most likely lots of flat water today. Let's hit it, sun's out.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs just left or something.
Yee-hoo!
Dude, this is so incredible, man. Let's go check for crocodiles. Is un crocodile? No.
No.
Ah, très bon, très bon. No crocodile, he's saying. That's good news.
Nodding and smiling. I was like,
Crocodile? No. That's a bad hole. Nice one, Kalob.
while there's a little break from the whitewater, it seemed like a good time to remind everyone of the boys' list of essentials for any of our Send trips. I think I see one down, maybe that's it down there?
Yeah.
No.
No, that's a different.
That's another one. Fuck.
No, no,
Let's stay together. I hate it. If one was enough, like double croc is a lot. Cross 2 crocodiles just above the village. Now there's a massive one. Just slid in there. We're told there's very little crocodiles around here. 3 crocs within 10 minutes. 1 big one. Actually 2. Not great, not great. That was a big one.
that was pretty solid size of crocodile seen from 150 meters.
Yeah, so maybe we move back to the middle of the river. 6 crocs in 15 minutes. We were under the impression there were not crocs on this river.
Ignorance is bliss, my friend, I tell you. Ignorance
Oh,
is bliss.
it was
What
bad.
are the odds this is a crocodile?
Is it? Oh yeah, that's a croc.
Oh no. That is a serious sized crocodile. You still see it? No.
Yeah, it's a head right there.
Oh no.
Dude, look at this.
I see nothing. Oh! Fuck! Honestly, I'm a little bit sick in my stomach.
But yeah,
It's swimming straight, like, upstream right now.
Perfect.
paddle together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just under 8 hours, right around 32 miles, and 7 crocs later.
We have set up camp once again in this beautiful place. Small tributary to the Ikopa, which is back there. Unfortunately full of crocs today. Fingers crossed, better tomorrow. Record speed.
We're 43 miles in, got 32 miles today. So we still have about 80 miles left, but we're only about 4 miles to the first good rapid. And then from there we head to like about a 2 mile long rapid that looks like it's going to be wild. Definitely tomorrow is going to be a big day. Luckily of whitewater, obviously some flat water I'm sure too, but we know we have a lot of whitewater hit tomorrow, which is very nice. But first, had to see the epic sunset.
Last night's camp was right here next to this little creek which came out of the mountains back there. We have about 3 kilometers until the first substantial drop of gradient, which is, we'll see, either a stout or a portage, but really hoping that the masses of crocodiles we saw yesterday afternoon are gonna stop past that gradient.
Should be about 30 minutes to the first rapid. Let's go.
Going for the rapid too.
It stopped.
45 minutes later, one croc chasing us in the shallow bits. We're arriving at this place.
Literally looks like it's about to fall off the face of the earth like Cali or something. But in Cali, there is not a croc in the whitewater above it. I think it's almost 2 miles of mostly continuous whitewater. Once we're in there, it'd be hard to go up, but if we had to, we can go up this. If like the first half of it isn't good, there's a pretty solid chance we could be going up into those fields and hiking this whole canyon, but maybe it'll look sick. We'll find out in a second.
Holy shit!
We're not gonna fight you for it.
Oh my god. Thirsty? What a monster.
If it was on its own in the flat water, maybe.
Different story, I agree.
2 options are to keep working our way forward without ever not being possible to go back up to here.
Yeah.
Or flying the drone as far as possible and seeing if it's worth dropping in.
Okay, decision made. We're gonna portage that monster stout, move downstream. As long as we can safely downstream, meaning we can always walk back up on the side, we're gonna continue to drop further into this canyon.
So far, it looks like there's always a way to stay on the side of the river.
Yeah.
I would say if at no point in the canyon that looks like we can't do what's happening now, like get out with some room, I'm okay to keep going. You have to be a lot more conservative when you're this disconnected from any help, especially even if you're at the main road. There's still a long way from the city where you can get really the help you would need if something went wrong. So, and like realistically, I think if you were to screw it up and get thrown into that pocket, it would be like one aggressive tumble and thrown right. Now it would really, you could easily hurt your shoulder or something if you get shoved into those rocks. The hardest part when you come across something that's likely new and looks really good, when you're completely cut off from the world, it's like, there's not even helis here to like come and rescue you like Cali. But it's just always that what if. And when you make the decision to run something like this, if 2 people run it, 2 people don't, those 2 people running it are potentially putting the other 2 people that aren't in a really just rough situation where they have to deal with you hurt or broken or just unable to continue, and now here you are in the middle of nowhere. I think if it was on its own on like a day run.
We are in the middle of nowhere on the person said, hiking my boat around the stouts, part of the game. Just a little bit different than normally kayaking on your day run. You are in the middle of nowhere. There's no helicopters in Madagascar other than the military, so whatever you're doing here, you have to get yourself and the crew out here in one piece by yourself, no external help possible. What an adventure that already is, and we are already on day 3 and we have 140 kilometers to go. Wow. Yeah, you
Like best case, you go there.
like best case, you kind of fall off the kicker like that, right?
If you even make it all the way over there. I think this is the furthest you would make it. And then you're falling into that.
The next unrunnable piece of crazy whitewater right behind me.
Fortunately, another portage. This one's pretty stout.
Out here in the blazing sun, still portaging more siphons.
Well, that was a bit of a mission. We're back in.
Up the face of the earth, man. Holy shit.
Look at the size of this bottom hole.
Whoa. It's not great, kind of fucked. But only kinda, because we found a portage over that mountain there, kind of traversing over, back, and then over again, and that way we should be able to get past these like 150 meters of basically free fall over the set of 3 massive features. Hike our loaded boats up that mountain. It is really hot. It's time to push for that portage and then smash some distance after. Hopefully we can get a couple kilometers in and then find camp. Out for a hike. Wow. Right now you have no business thinking about kayaking this. Maybe with like 1/10 of the water there might be something to do.
Way too much water for a stout like that right now. As the day starts winding to an end, the boys were starting to feel like any encounters with the Crocs were already behind us. Croc!
Still chasing.
Got him. You still there?
Still chasing. He's still chasing. He's still there. He's still there.
He's just pulling off to the right now.
What the fuck, man? That's not that small.
Little one, but
Pulling in for camp for tonight. Sometimes in storytelling you might think people need to dramatize storylines. Nope, not on this one. Literally got chased by a fucking massive croc for 30 seconds down the rapid this morning, and then also got chased by another one, huge one, just in the flatbeds earlier after all our portage mission. Definitely nothing I want to repeat ever again. I just hope we're gonna pull through here with no closer incidents than getting chased by crocs and disgusting. Anyways,
only David is the type of person that we sprint away from a croc, see a croc on a rock, and he's like, I'm going for a swim. "22 miles to the confluence, and then about another 42 to the put in for Young Guns." Keep pushing on, hoping for cleaner rapids and empty pool of crocs. Another morning by the river. Love it.
gonna push for another big day. Flat water slash croc water, unfortunately, until we get to more rapids. See what this day brings. As you can see, bluebird skies, hot out. I am in full saving my skin mode. The chances of encountering crocs are rather high, but yeah, all you can do is laugh about it and sprint away from it.
We're running a betting pool. First croc by 9 a.m. is currently at a 1 to 10 odds. First croc by noon is 1 to 5 odds. So get your bets in while you can. This is not a bet you want to miss out on. Or payouts guaranteed.
Never wanted to lose a bet so bad.
Onward! I'm sore here from my PC touching and me turning my head all the time. 10 kilometers in, 1 hour in, it's 9:07. We've seen the first croc, which means...
Who won?
I won, I was 9:30. It's crazy that basically every single beach there is guaranteed crocodile, huh? Still chasing. Yeah, that's why I go to the gym, man.
There's a lot of power.
Like how deep it pulls it back that way.
So sick. Potential, hey? One pretty good hole. It would probably tell me you go out, just drive right. So left of that first flake, chill, and then drive all the way right. Punch through that curler, and then big hole bottom left, but all the way right is good. Super fun sequence. Whew. We had a lot of in between, but we're getting rewarded with some fun whitewater today.
Some epic whitewater we are finding just now. Seems like this is the amount of gradient this river can take to form awesome rapids rather than unrunnable stuff or flat water. Happy days. River's going that way and it's going that way.
Confluence! You remember the name of that one? I think like 80 miles in or something like that. Just made it to the confluence of the Ikopa and then Insidoro River. Woo! 28 miles with a lot of good whitewater and one mega stout.
Yeah, but the portage though.
Sorry.
So we call it a day?
Yeah.
And this one also.
Oh, you're so scary to sleep on so close to the water.
Yeah, but it's also a wide river.
Yeah.
We should be at the put-in for Young Guns day after tomorrow, but never want to plan too far ahead because the stouts can take a while if you have to portage them. So another day, another sunset, and the boys were just looking forward to another nice quiet night by the river.
Boys, wake up. Everybody wake up immediately. We have to move. We have to move. It's so much water. We are getting flooded.
Yeah, and also this one. I hold this.
Let's just sit here and paddle across if we need to. It seems way safer than trying to paddle across.
I agree.
Not ideal, but as long as we have everything in and we're wearing life jackets and we're together, we're good.
Sitting on rocks on an island, waiting for it to get light out so we can safely paddle to shore.
We got flash on. Not something you ever want to have happen when you're overnighting, especially on an island, especially with tents. Be able to throw everything together, get in the boats, get dressed. Now we're all chilling on the island. But luckily we're in our gear, we have our life jackets, things are in our boats. We are ready for when we have daylight to start paddling or go to somewhere that's high and dry. But I should say when David woke us up saying we need to move, my stern was near the water, the tent was maybe a foot away from the water. So not the situation you want to end up in. But luckily we got David to sound the alarms and got everything together, we're all good. We are in the middle of a vastly wide river. The amount that has risen just where we are. Could be a lot of water in the river now. This is where we were chilling under the tarp. Right here is where our tent was. It's come up like another probably foot or so since we woke up and packed up. So hell of a start to day 5.
I'm gonna paddle through camp.
It was what Caleb's tent was attached to.
This is where camp was last night. This is where we should have camped.
So yeah, it was definitely, in the end, a mistake sleeping there. We'll be smarter where we sleep in the future. The water level was at least 3 feet below where we were, maybe more. Definitely gonna be sticking to the small channels, sticking to the side. Definitely playing it conservative and safe, moving downstream. There's a lot of water. I can already see the halfway pool on the left channel, and it's got half of the flow.
Big day ahead at the flooded Ikopa. Now it's less about finding the sickest rapids, more about playing it safe, making it down with the whole team in one piece. Still in control, but we definitely have to stay focused and make clever calls now.
We're gonna move slow, stay close to the shores, don't drop in anything very blind unless we can see what's there. Portage kilometers around the river if we have to. Make the best decisions possible. disappointed in ourselves with the choice of camp last night. I think we got a little too complacent with the fact that it had rained pretty much every night that we've been out here, but the river hasn't budged at all. Even 2 nights ago, it was like lightning and it seemed like a decent rain to me, and the river didn't budge in an even narrower spot.
Massive river. Fucking big holes around, eh?
We're not in Kansas anymore. We're getting quick lines, come back in, get big waves, quick lines, go back in, get some big waves. There is so much water.
Alright, just made it through what seemed to be one of the steep sections out here on the Ikopa with absolute flood levels. Luckily, we were able to sneak around the main features because they were just humongous at these flows. Obviously, it feels sad to run away from the biggest whitewater out there, but by this point, it's about making it down safely as a team. And that's exactly what we're doing. Super lucky so far that we have all these channels the Ikopa spreads out into. So we're taking sneak lines, which are still bigger than most rivers in Europe. It's bonkers. The scale here is just on another level. Around 50 to 60 to go until we get to our final destination. I think that will be today and tomorrow. That was a good start of the adventurous 5th day. Dude!
Wow!
Wow!
But that,
I was just about to say the river was feeling a little low. Hey! You're good! Caleb, you're good! The boils are just so aggressive. Left channel looks better than this. We just go do these middle channels out.
I tried to get it back to go up.
The point is, all that was to make about 100 feet of extra eddy to make this ferry. So that good? Yeah. Those are bats! Oh, that's sick! Holy shit! They're like this big!
Well, that was just insane. Ran it together, the three of us came down, all good. All of a sudden we paddle next to a tree and there's like hundreds of massive flying bats, like honestly like meter and a half. Holy, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen in the middle of a class 5 rapid. Oh, sick. Oh.
This river is so big. All right, already been a pretty solid move today. We got like another like 40K, some good whitewater in there. There's actually some really fun wave trains, a couple bigger rapids. The biggest rapids, we just took the side channels because, I mean, even the side channels have like nice little creeks of fun little rapids, but the main channels just were massive. Just a few K from when it gets really steep and stout again. We only have like 30K to Antananambari, which is the put in of Young Guns, but in between us and that, there's about 12K of, from the maps, looks like really steep whitewater, big stouts, and with this much water, probably more than we want to drop in there, at least with, it's already like 2 p.m., 2:30, whatever it is. Right now, we're looking at probably spending the night here. We found a nice little village here that apparently is only like 6K or so out to the road. See what the levels look like in the morning. In theory, hopefully should be a little lower, but it's such a big river, we'll see how much it really drops. If it doesn't go down at all, decide if it's still good to keep going or potentially hike out. But one last final push down to Antananambari.
One more camp spot to not wake up the same way like we did yesterday. One last steep bit is in front of us and it doesn't make sense to tackle that in the afternoon. It is scorching hot. 40 degrees, maybe a tad more.
I would like either rump or flank.
Should be the last night on the river. Should finish off the last 30K or whatever it is tomorrow. But maybe one of the steepest sections that we've had so far, on top of how much water we have. So it's gonna end with a bang, that's for sure. We'll see how long it takes, but tomorrow's gonna be stout.
The morning of day 6, possibly the last day of our Ikopa expedition. It's only like 30 kilometers to the takeout, but we're still dropping substantial gradient over a pretty short time. I think all the gradient will happen within 12K. So that means there's going to be some super stout rapids. We should be able to finish today. If not, we might have to spend another night in here. But only one way to find out, which is pack up the boats and go paddle downstream. The river did drop a little bit, which is really nice for us. It's still super high, but at least a little bit less crazy than yesterday.
I've been enjoying these flows. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. Somewhere between 20 and 25 miles to Antananambari, put in a Young Guns section. Don't think we're gonna head into Young Guns with these flows because it was already pretty high when we did it like a week and a half ago. And it is way higher than it was.
I'm hoping this might be our last day. Would be really nice to sleep in an actual bed and have some good food tonight. Fingers crossed.
Let's get it. Yeah, I agree, right? So wide, and there's, say we were to go down the middle left, kind of like on an island, even if we could push the first part, you could be stranded trying to make it around the second part. So we're gonna hug these side channels because it always gives us the option to get onto shore. We're still on an island. If we could get to there, we can go around. We're not even close to where all the main flow is. And we thought we were hugging like the furthest left channel, but then there's a sneaky left channel that came out of nowhere that's got a ton of water. It gets super steep. We're gonna have to work our way back upstream and get left.
Just gotten to the steep bit on the middle of an island right now. The thing is dropping off the face of the earth once again. Worst case, we have to hike the whole thing, but we're ready for that, we're prepared for that. That is the smallest channel of the entire river.
It looks like the distance we can keep picking up on the left side, and even if we keep portaging, it's better than up and going the whole distance.
Yeah, here, yes.
What the fuck?
Wide this is, and there's water everywhere. 3 kilometer ride river from here to over there.
The width of this river is insane.
So crazy. Wow. The Uberstout. Well, we found where the gradient drops. Massive drop off, humongous river. This is like 2 kilometers over there. Channels and whitewater and craziness everywhere.
Yeah. So much power.
Alright, 8.2 miles in, but considering how massive that stout was, very nice that there was like a village trail all the way around it. As far as we can tell, one more big rapid at the end of this corner. Hard to say how much is left before the flat water paddle out, but fingers crossed to get a couple more gems.
What an adventure. What an adventure. With all the ingredients you need. Not necessarily for a smooth trip, but for a real adventure. And we're at the bottom, safe and sound. Happy days.
I think the high water made these last 2 days better. Got to work in overtime after the last 2 days of rain. There it is. Antonamari. What do you guys think? Motocross to the finish? That was a horrible idea. We made it, boys.
We have made it.
Another good one in the books.
Oh, that was fantastic. That was a great adventure, buddy.
Really a proper adventure.
Oh, that's... Push board.
Yeah, there you go.
Push me board on the wrong side. Woo! There's nothing quite like getting to the bottom of another unreal adventure. And the Ikopa was not an adventure we'll be forgetting anytime soon. Although exhausted from our week on the Ikopa, the same rain that flooded us out gave us another gem.
Well, that sequence was epic.
Today and yesterday afternoon really helped to see the Manukazu in an entire new light. Incredible how much granite there is, how steady and how clean it drops gradient. This has been surprisingly good. Wow. I'm sure this river is going to see a whole bunch more descents in the near future here.
The Manukazu was the perfect finish to another incredible trip. Madagascar was everything we could have asked for and more. From the locals to the whitewater, it was another amazing experience. Although plenty of whitewater and waterfalls were left on the table, it's just an excuse to bring us back. We're on an adventure!
Hey, hello the people!
Hello!
We went on a hiking trip and got some kayaking in on the side.
Fuck off, Croc.
2 meters. Meh. We've been chased by bigger.
I wonder what happens if you start charging at the Croc.
Well, I'm not going to be trying today, that's for sure.
40 degrees, maybe a tad more.
I look like a reverse Canadian flag.
How do I look?
I haven't seen myself.
Dinner in bed. Is there anything better than that?
Nothing that comes to mind with you.
It feels like I'm paddling in Windows XP screensaver.
Up, 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 up.
That's a bad hole.
Big hole, big hole, big hole. Somebody hold.
That's some fucking big holes around, eh? Double GoPro. Crocodile? Yeah?
Stop going down the whitewater!
First book, then you know how to swim fast.
So that's why we only stick to class 5, David?
Maybe it's a veggie spot.
Oh, yeah. Hi, kids. Welcome to our favorite game, Crocs or Rocks, up ahead.
More spiders! More spiders! They're literally everywhere.
I walked face first into a spider web.
That's crazy!
It's a species of mega bat.
Not into the long grass! J'avoue une fourchette de magrette de canard. It's Papa's frites, it's légumes, s'il vous plaît.
It may look like flat water now, but at some point in the next 18 miles, it will drop 2,000 feet.
It looks like it might just be a little too hard to stay left. I regret nothing so far.
Most likely we're done.
That one was for you, Brenny.